Hi Bromies, it's your boy Ricky here with Bromero Cards, and I hope you're doing well today. We are going to be making a fabulous card using some products from the latest release from Simon Says Stamp from DieCember. And we're just going to make a quick card. It's going to contain actually a tag on it and a quick like cover die situation. So it's kind of going to be a quick card. And it's something that you could mass produce. If you didn't want to make the card and just the tag, you could do that too. And if you just did that, it's going to be super quick. But before we get down to the desk to see what we're going to be using today, I have a few things to ask of you. First, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, welcome. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for returning and being back and supporting me. Secondly, click that bell so that you get a notification when a new video comes out. Third, leave me a comment down below. I love having a discussion with all of my subscribers. And then lastly, share the love. If you think someone would love this video, please send them the link. It could also bring them over to my channel to subscribe, and they could also be a new card maker. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's look down at the products we're going to be using today for today's card. All right, we're going to be using some white and blue cardstock. We're going to be using the pointed star plate that's new in DieCember. We are going to be using the Trim a Tag stamp set that is also new in DieCember. We're going to be using the Trinity Stamps Gilded Edge tag and foil die set. And we're just going to be using some basics here, MISTI, some embossing ink, all the good stuff, silver embossing. So let me go ahead and get the desk set up so that we can start the first step in the card making. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get our image stamped out. We are going to be using this stamp set, or this part of the stamp. It's going to be snowflakes. I've been making snowflake cards, like it seems like for every video that I make now. But we are going to do this snowflake stamp set. And the first thing we're going to do is to go ahead and prep our cardstock because we're going to be doing some heat embossing. So we're just going to use our little embossing buddy bag thing here to go ahead and get that taken care of. We're going to rub down this stamp because it's the first time I'm using it. And then what we're going to do is just use some embossing ink to go ahead and get this laid down on the paper. And we're just going to make 2 tags. I'm not for sure if I'm going to be using both of them today, but we will make 2 of them. All right. All right, looks like I need a little bit more ink. Get nice and pressed down. Okay, that looks good. And then what we're going to do, this is what's great about the MISTI, is we can just flip this over and we're going to do the other side. Okay, we have both sides done. So now we are just going to take this out, set this to the side, and now we are going to pour some silver embossing powder over this. Let's first cover our stamp pad because we do not want powder to get on that. And then we're just going to pour this on here. All right, that side looks good. That side looks good. All right, we got a little bit here that is on the paper that's like a little dusting. What I'll do is I'm going to take this brush and then I'm just going to brush some of this off. And actually this may be the powder, the anti-static powder that we put on here, but you know what? Just in case, we're just going to take some of it off. Like through the middle here. We're not even going to be using this whole tag, but let's go ahead and get that brushed off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat emboss this really quick, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these cut out, and we're just going to be using the tag die here that is from Trinity Stamps. And I'm just going to position this so that there's enough room to write the person's name here and then here. So maybe bring it down just a little bit more. And we'll put some tape on here. And I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine and go ahead and get this cut out. And I am going to go ahead and cut out both sides. So I'll be right back to show you what that looks like when we're done. Okay, so we got the two tags cut out here. Take a look at that. They're nice and shiny on blue paper. I love it. We're gonna zoom in a little bit here. There we go. And then I noticed on this die set, there's actually little reinforcers that we could put on here. So I'm actually gonna cut the reinforcers out of this little tiny piece of holographic paper that I have. And I'm gonna run that through the die cutting machine and I'll be right back. Okay, so we cut out these little reinforcers and they are so freaking cute. Like, I just love miniature stuff. So like when this happens, I just think it's like so cute to see like these miniature rings of little things here. But we're gonna go ahead and put some glue on that. I'm gonna place these down onto the tag. And I wanna hold it up close so that you can see like how much of a touch of fancy it gives to this tag. Like, it just looks so cool. I don't know. I'm pretty zoomed in. I don't know if it'll... There we go. It's just a little bit of holographic, but it just gives it like a touch of fancy, like in real life. I love it. It's so cool. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this second one glued down, and then I'll get ready for the next step, which is going to be a bunch of die cutting, but I'll be right back. Okay, now we have these like fascinator things onto the tab or onto the tags. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the pointed star plate and we're going to cut this out 4 times out of white cardstock, and then we're going to stack those up by gluing them. So let's go ahead and get this placed onto the platform. We'll go ahead and get this taped down. All right, and because this is a little bit intricate, I think I'm going to just add a shim on top of this just to make sure that all the little pieces get cut through. So I'm gonna run this through the die cutting machine and I'll be right back to show you what this looks like. Okay, so this cut beautifully through the die cutting machine. What I'll do is I'm gonna take 3 more of these, I'm gonna cut them out, and then we're gonna stack them up using some glue so that we have kind of like a dimensional situation that we can place on the card base. So let me go ahead and get this cut out 3 more times. I'm gonna get them glued all together and I'll be back to show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, so we have all the layers glued together, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this down to the card base, which gives it a little dimension. Wow, that looks really pretty, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this glued down, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like and what our next step is gonna be. Okay, so we have this glued down, and wow, this is like really pretty, you guys. I almost just wanna put a sentiment on it and call it a day. But that's not what we're here for today. We are here to make a tag and to make it into a card, which then can be also placed onto a present as a tag as well. So I kind of feel like this is the situation I want to go for. But before we do that, we are going to put a little string on this. Let's see, actually, what do I want to do here? Maybe cut this in half. And then we'll have 4 pieces that come out from the top. So basically, I'm not very good at tying bows. So what we're gonna do is put this through here like that. And then we're just gonna feed this through like this. And then we'll just have these little guys just like hanging out, because I have no time for that. Actually, I think what I might want to do is actually do this in the reverse order. So maybe we'll come through here. And then pull these guys through here. Yeah, there we go. I think I like that better. So we'll have, you know, they'll be just a little straggling around. It's fine. No big deal. And so now I think what I want to do is to go ahead and place some foam tape on the back of this. We already have a lot of dimensions, so we are just going to use some of my favorite dimensional strips from Honeybee Stamps here. These are super, super thin, like super thin. And we're just going to fill this bad boy up because we want to be able to make sure that the person can write the name on here without any issues. So we're just going to take maybe 7 of them. Well, did that wrong, you guys. Here we go. We're just going to have to do them separately. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and pull out a few things here because I felt like this might need some bling on it. So I'm just going to pour out some of these sequins, and we're going to try this out to see if maybe this gives it the bling that I think it deserves. So I'm just going to pull out a few of these. We're going to place them along the card. I kind of like this idea of them being in the center of these intersections. And I think that gives it some bling, and I just think it needs that. It was looking kind of a little plain. Maybe you stick a little one. Nah, not right there. That's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get these guys glued down. I love this My Sweet Petunia Precision Glue Press. It's amazing. You can get the smallest dots in the smallest places. Okay. And it never clogs, which is amazing. Everything that I've used will be linked down below as well. All right, so I think this looks good. Here we go, you guys. Let me show you what this looks like up close. We got some sparkle on there with the sequins. You know, it's a little shiny from the embossing, the silver embossing, and it just looks fancy. And what you could do is actually, you don't even need to put this in an envelope. What you could do is just put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back of this and just stick it on top of the box. And you could write your message on the inside and then just write the names here. You probably use like a white gel pen or a silver Sharpie to write the person's name. So there we go, we have the card, and then let's flip the camera this way and show it to you this way. That looks awesome. So I hope this video was able to help you, you know, make a really quick card just in case you needed one, or a tag for a gift. Again, you don't even have to make the card portion. You could have just made the tag and went from there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. And also thank you to Simon Says Stamp for sending over some of your products from your latest release, DieCember. And you can find me over on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Bromero Cards. And then all the links, or all of the products that I used, will be linked down in the description below. So until next time, click that bell, leave me a comment down below, subscribe please, and share this link to someone that you may think would like it. So until next time, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.